Again, it's going to be most definitely an exciting matchup. Whoever does face up against Tex in that semi-final. If you don't know who that is on your screen, MSDossary, the world champion from last year in London. $250,000 he picked up. And the FIFA E World Cup trophy. Can he defend his title again this year? He's already there. He finished second. He can't go any higher. He can't go any lower on those rankings. Chipped up early on.
It's looking to be
MSDossary kicking from left to right. And then NRaseck in that white strip trying to defend this corner early on.
Looks to be the first ever player in FIFA esports history to defend the FIWC, now called the FEWC World Cup trophy. No one's ever gone back-to-back. We've had two-time winners, Alfonso de Ramos, Bruce Granek.
Whilst on the other hand, you've never had a German FIFA E World Cup winner. Saudi Arabia, one of the most talented countries when it comes to competitive FIFA. They've already won 2 FEWC trophies. Mr. Dunn picking up one many years ago as well. But if you look back at the history of these two, the games they've matched up against, they have not played against each other this year. However, last year, they did match up.
Yeah, and it was advantage MSDossary. 5-3 in the E-World Cup group stages. He beat him. He did lose 9-5 at the playoffs last year to NRaseck. But in the most important game, you've got to say, last year, in the console final in Manchester, he did beat NRaseck 7-6 in a really tightly contested match.
And as we said, both of them were at that final. They'll be there again this year. However, if NRaseck can win this game, he will jump up to 5th spot. And actually take over his teammate.
Goal Machine, yeah, he'll be jumping over Goal Machine.
It's not been a bad season for Team Rogue. 3 players all going to the E-World Cup. Cross comes in, there's Ronaldo, and there's an acrobatic save from De Gea off the post from Neymar. Early warning signs from the German.
I'm not too sure if he should have tried heading that back across the box there. He did shoot with Neymar from that really tight angle, pretty much on the byline.
I think he didn't expect the ball to actually stay in. So he just jammed any button he could to try and get some kind of contact on that. It was a round 16 win yesterday, though. The last game of the day against Dullen. Mike, and he's going to get us underway as well. First goal in this matchup. It was MSDossary for the first 20 minutes, and just like that, 2 attacks back-to-back. He hit the post a few seconds ago, and now he's finally got the ball into the back of net. Who else would be scoring it than Cristiano Ronaldo?
I'm wondering about the goalkeeper there. He's brought him off his line to try and come and collect the cross, and then as soon as the ball's in the air, I think he's realised it's too late and it's too far out for him to go back, and he just sort of got his goal in no man's land. With the goalkeeper movement, it's a new addition into the game this year, and Dossary, I feel like early doors, Paris Games Week, he were awful at it. Simple as that. He just wasn't good with the goalkeeper, and he knows that. He'll admit that. Over the course of the year, it's been an improvement. He's constantly been improving and improving on goalkeeper movement. I don't think it's perfect yet, but it's very, very fine-tuned. I think that's one thing that if he can master going into the grand finals, we could be seeing a little bit of history and somebody defending that illustrious trophy.
Well, he didn't make it to the Champions League final, something that he really wanted to be at. Not, of course, on his home console, an Xbox player by trade. As you said, that PlayStation Paris Games Week at the beginning of the year didn't have a standout tournament there. It was such a new tournament. It wasn't such a new tournament, it was the first tournament of the year, I should say. Didn't have ages to adapt to the game. He's someone that really flourishes towards the end of the year. But saying that, he has won 2 FUT Champions Cups this year, and one of them was in December.
Yeah, successful in December at FUT Champs Cup 2. He felt a little bit disrespected that all the attention was being on Tex after he was the current world champion.
So what did he do?
He went and won the FUT Champions Cup number 2 in London, beating Tex in the console final.
And the running joke of MSDossary in London, or in the UK in general, just keeps on being talked about. 2 FUT Champions Cup wins in London, a FIFA E World Cup win in London. He picked up another FUT Champions Cup in Manchester last year. It's like his second home. away from Saudi Arabia.
Also picked up the Esports Console Player of the Year award in London as well, did MSDossary. So he certainly had a good bit of fortune on UK soil.
And any time he's on stream,
معك فوق
thousands
بتاعك.
upon thousands of Saudi Arabian FIFA fans are there supporting him every step of the way. And they'll be supporting him in that E-World Cup final. 35 minutes gone here. NRaseck created 2 chances, been 2 headers really he's looked to play into as well. One of them he was very fortunate to score from. Other than that, it has been mainly MSDossary. We'll come forward again. Watch out for Ronaldo. He's lurking at that back post every single time. Rio Ferdinand falls into the trap. Get booked there. A yellow card, a warning as well.
Yeah, Rio Ferdinand still in the teams this late on into the year. MSDossary, if he likes something, he's going to stick with it. And it's Rio in that back 4.
Neymar into Mendy. Just a little simple turn on the ball there. Ronaldo is back to goal. The goal scorer of the only one in this game, dragged back into the finesse from Neymar. Slightly rushed, and lucky enough there was someone there just to get something on that to clear it as far as the corner. Scooped up by Eusebio. Van Dijk's in there. Punched away by David Hay, and a chance to breathe for MSDossary.
NRaseck playing really well right now. A few mistakes coming out from Dossary in this opening half, but NRaseck, you see the possession, 63% for the German.
And what's he doing every single time when MSDossary's make a mistake? He's capitalising on it. He's adding the pressure onto him. Just fouled there by Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll be on a yellow. One man you will not be wanting to get sent off the field.
It's Operation Mbappe, I imagine, if Ronaldo gets sent off.
Never ever seen that in a tournament. Someone losing out on Cristiano Ronaldo to a red card. One that's been on stream. If you wonder what they're playing for as well, you win this game $20,000 for being one of the semi-finalists. And you heard me speak about it. NRaseck could jump up to 5th, actually swap places with his teammate Goal Machine if he can win this matchup. Could he
خش
get another
عليه
goal?
خش على
Oh,
عايش
really
عايش.
good goalkeeper movement. He did rush the chance a little bit, didn't he, NRaseck? And he'll know that. As we do going to half-time, he had a
2-0.
perfect
راح
opportunity
نيكولاس عامل الشوط
double his
الاول
lead
ماتش انا مساعد
as we go into the
الشوط الاول
break.
ما جاش.
You saw the little bottom left corner there from MSDossary in the quick custom tactics. He plays on striker drop back. He wants that support from his striker, and maybe his 2 cams can really get up then, the wide cams, and offer that out ball for him.
I think the interesting point about MSDossary is a lot of people tend to go for a coach. It's a family member for him. He was sitting next to him when he did win that FIFA E-World Cup last year, and he's been behind him every single step of the way this year. Flies over to him from all around the world, obviously coming over from Saudi Arabia, whether it's in Bucharest, in London, wherever he needs to be, and he is there with him every single step of the way. Half-time, only one half played out of the 2 legs here. And NRaseck, after me saying he didn't start well, has been fantastic and has probably pinched himself because he should be 2-0 up.
See Kai Havertz coming onto the pitch there for one of these 2. Ronaldo bullying that defender.
Varane standing up for him, though. And he might be able to get past Mendy, but unfortunately, it's not going to do the same to me. Simple switch all the way back over. It seems this Dumfries is actually a left back. Mendy at right back. Expect maybe a cross to come in. He's normally looking for Ronaldo in the box, is NRaseck. He has got Havertz in there. We know how tall this man is. We know how good he is in the air, and both with his feet. 5-star weak foot as well. You can go on his left, go on his right.
In every aspect, Havertz offering you an option, whether that be in the air, at his feet, off the ball, defensively, offensively.
Maybe we're going to see a prime example of it. Get down the byline. He's done exactly that. Look for the scoop. Going to still juggle it around.
Rebound.
Nearly actually fell back to Neymar. It will fall back to Neymar in the end still. Recycled really well. Hullet and Vieira. The 2 CDMs. Neymar with a shot. And Neymar will score as well.
The handshake that we've
مساعد مش
seen
مركز
all
خالص.
tournament long. Just whipped into that near post from Neymar. He's so good, he's Neymar. Some players don't really like to tend to go with him, but that 98 team of the season Neymar, now he's central in the team. He's just so clinical in front of goal. With the 5-star weak foot, with the 5-star skill moves, he literally is the perfect cam in that role.
And to be honest, after seeing Tex go through, a lot of people, including myself, were thinking, MSDossary Tex, will that be the semi-final? NRaseck is taking this game to MSDossary. You might be the world champion, you might be a teammate. And of course, we are both already at the World Cup, but I want that prize money. I want to be a winner here.
There's a lot of FIFA left to be played. I feel like with NRaseck and MSDossary, with Dossary, we see him trailing in games quite often, and he always seems to find a way to win.
يلا مساعد. يا ربي.
Lucky enough for him, the ball was just out of the reach of Ronaldo.
Going back to the E-Champions League qualifiers in Manchester, him versus Brady Benz, first game on. He were losing for stages, and he always turned it around. Against Clutch in London, he were losing, he turned it around. Whenever he seems to be in defeat and facing a loss in front of him, he always finds a way to win.
Yeah, he certainly did that in day one of the competition. Went 4-0 in Swiss. Is yet to lose a game here in Hamburg. Thinking back, though, back to last year at the playoffs, it was a German Xbox winner in Megabit. Now the only German left in the competition. Can NRaseck get a win here? Go up against F2 Tex and maybe continue his winning form. There's still a second leg to come, as you said, Richard. MSDossary seems to thrive off that. Maybe takes a little bit of time to get going. Here's a chance for him. And that's the wake-up call that he needed.
هو المفروض كان شاطها من الأول بس قشطة يعني.
Straight back in this game.
Powered high into that top corner from MSDossary. Neymar, the scorer. Really good strike there.
I'm sure if it's MSDossary, he's probably thinking, finally.
And a little bit of similarity here with F2 Tex. Both players playing the 4-4-2 second variation. I wonder if this is something that we're going to see more players starting to use. It's very much the case of when you see the top players doing something, there's a trickle-down effect for other players then. One player uses 4-4-2 second variation. Or if Dossary is using it and he's winning, maybe I should use it. And then I can take a page out of his book.
What a finish it was. Neymar with that right foot. Found the back of the net and found the right-hand corner of the goal. Speaking of Neymar, he's just been subbed off for NRaseck. And the change has been made. As you said, 4-4-2, those two CDMs sitting deep. Well, those two centre midfielders, sorry, sitting deep in that formation for him. Just allows him to have a slight defensive feel to that formation.
It's very similar to a 4-2-3-1, but it just offers you an extra outlet at the real central striker position. And then it offers you a little bit more out wide as well. With your left mid and your right mid, you can play CR7 as a left mid or a right mid.
There's just something about having two strikers.
Yeah.
There's just something about having two strikers as well, Richard. It's something that when we see pros use two strikers, it does so well. You've got someone you can play in between, someone that can run off you. If you've got Ronaldo in the air, there's always a flick on as well. And also, when you've got the likes of a left midfielder, right midfielder, we've seen players like NRaseck yesterday. You go out on the left-hand side, a few accelerated fake shots. Next thing you know, you're on the edge of the box for a finesse with the likes of a Pele, who's out here right now. Pull it. Plays outside. There's a little dink into Modric. He's offside.
Offside طبعا.
Yeah, just went a little bit early with that offside trap, with that offside run, you'd say, from Luka Modric.
You saw the idea, though. You saw exactly what MSDossary wants to do, and you can see the confidence that goal's given him. And the mistakes that NRaseck is making. How are the tables concerned so easily in competitive FIFA? Mendy there dispossessed. And Pele will come forward. He's, as I said, playing at that left mid position in the 4-4-2.
Vieira off, Modric on. Another creative outlet going forward. Just something that Vieira doesn't offer you. Chance to counter.
He'll be running off. Van Dijk will follow that run. There's also a run being made by Ronaldo. He's offside now. Just see at the top of your screen. Havertz, he's happy to make that run. He's going to get around the right side of Ramos as well. Flicks it back over his head. Gets the ball stuck behind him.
Off his back.
He's out for a corner anyway. Ronaldo to take it.
Showboat.
Havertz is in there. Van Dijk is in there. Hullit's now outside of the box. He's going to pick it up. And the opportunity to get it into Van Dijk has been lost. But this is what NRaseck want to do. Get himself out of this game. He might have just a one-goal lead, but it's still a lead. And if anything, build into the last attack of the game. Make sure the last attack is yours.
Yeah, I like this. Good bit of possession from NRaseck. Ticking the ball over left to right.
2 minutes of added time.
Although he has just been dispossessed, and Dossary could tie up this game before we go into the second leg.
Havertz. Well, this will be his final chance of the game. Can't go any deeper than that when the ball has to go forward.
That's it.
أهم حاجة ما
That's the chance.
يخشش في جون
Wasted.
تاني.
Straight out of play.
That will be leg one concluded.
يظبط في العودة بقى.
Does take the lead 2-1 after quite a slow 20 minutes. He did manage to create a number of chances in that first half. Second half, it did kind of feel like MSDossary got back into the rhythm of things. Final. But before that, another leg of this matchup. The Rogue Derby.
That were a little bit risky, weren't it, from the get-go? NRaseck nearly got dispossessed in the first, what, 30 seconds there?
Mbappe, scoop turn just in front of Ramos. He's got two on him. If that wasn't enough, Van Dijk joined in to try and win the ball back. Of course, he just gives away a throw-in.
MSDossary in that Rogue kit, it is in the game alongside another different esports organisations who do have their kits featured in the game. A really good addition to Ultimate Team.
Scoops into the box. That's NRaseck. If you're wondering, in the white strip, the French kit. They'll be kicking from left to right in this first half. Looking for that cross again. And looking to get it on to Ronaldo. Oh, there would have been a pace battle, which clearly was going to be won by Eusebio.
Yeah.
Unless Van
Dijk could get his hands on him and use that upper body strength.
Mbappe around his man now. Criqueta pulls back inside. Doesn't want to go there. Really good close control dribbling from the Frenchman. And he's offside in the end. It's not going to matter for him. We spoke about it earlier. What a season for Team Rogue. 3 players. They're all Xbox players. I've said this before. Get themselves a PlayStation player. All 3 Xbox players are in the grand finals. That's a fantastic first season for them.
Oh, massive. One of probably the best, you'd say, on just straight up performance in terms of esports events this year. Team Rogue, multiple winners with Dossary, multiple console finals, cross-console finals with Goal Machine and NRaseck.
We do know that Team Rogue did pick up Dossary at the playoffs last year, and he went on to win the E-World Cup. But this year, it's been even better for them so far. They'll have 3 players in that final. I'm sure they'll match up against each other as well.
For the majority of the year, they had 3 players like in the top 7. They've now got like 3 players in the top 8.
Here's a half-hearted chance for MSDossary. Back to Mbappe. He saw exactly what he wanted to do. He timed it green as well. Nearly was the perfect finish.
Safe hands from the goalkeeper there, clutching onto the ball. He had to make sure that he held onto it. Sometimes you see that spilled. I feel like there's a lot of chances in FIFA where you'll shoot from a strange angle to get the goalkeeper spilling it into one of your attacking players.
It used to be a thing, didn't it?
For the
players
rebound,
to shoot across goal. 9 times out of 10. Not many keepers would be able to handle it. And they just do a simple parry back to the back post. And 9 times out of 10, you'd have a player lurking there and just waiting to tap it in. 20 minutes in to this game. MSDossary looking for that goal, looking for the equaliser. And once again, we said it before, second leg MSDossary is completely different to the first leg.
Love the fake Ramona there from Dossary as well. Creating a little bit of mischief in the final third. Didn't come to anything in the end, but you saw the manual lunge from NRaseck. It's something that could potentially be exploited.
What I find really impressive as well, every single time that either Hullet or Vieira picks up for NRaseck, look at the runs that are being made by either Ronaldo, Neymar, Eusebio. Every single time there's an option, they're pushing back the defence. They're there for a through ball if you want to play it as well.
If Razek was to go on and win this game, would you say it's a shock? I mean, he's definitely not the favourite coming into it. Dossary, people expecting him to win this game, but I feel like it's just two top sides, two top players going against each other. Like in the Premier League, when you've got two top teams going against each other. In the Champions League, one team's got to win, one team's got to lose. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I definitely think MSDossary, he's a world champion. You never forget you're a world champion. You always will carry around that baggage with you, of that label of being one of the best in the world. He flicks it up and nearly just catches Van der Sar out. No time finish on that at all. But then again, NRaseck, he's been sitting in the top 10 for most of the year.
Yep. Pretty much since the turn of the year, he's been top 5, top 6.
Constant knockouts, one of them in Bucharest, in which he actually faced up against Dolomic in the console final there, which he did lose at the back post. No one was there. Another day Mbappe could just tap it in.
Dumfries just quicker to react to that one, making sure he cleans up any spills from his goalkeeper. Being very impressed by Dumfries. Got released in the Eredivisie team of the season alongside other Dutch players, De Jong, De Ligt.
And he's been quite a simple link as well. He's a Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, and he also gets the strong link into Hullet.
Oh, muscled there, Hullet. This could be a chance for
قفل.
Neymar somehow through the legs of Rio Ferdinand off the post. Then it's rebounded back to Ronaldo, who simply just cannot miss from there.
Pinball in the box there. The ball bouncing everywhere. Off the post, straight into Ronaldo.
It was the build-up before that, though. They made that chance
وعموما
happen.
هم الاثنين متأهلين يعني.
Somehow got the ball through one or two players' legs. A combination of skill moves. And NRaseck back by 2 goals in front. He's back in the lead, he's back in the driving seat.
He's playing really well as well, NRaseck, defensively. He looks really strong.
And right now, we're looking towards that last spot for the FIFA E World Cup. NSC Vinny, he's in the semi-final.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum.
And Abinio is somewhere in this building as well, just praying that NSC Vinny just cannot win the tournament.
Yeah, that Stokes does a job for him, really. If Stokes wins and makes the Xbox final here in the playoffs, that'll be your top 16 wrapped up.
If you're wondering about those 16 players, we've got 15 spots already confirmed, already guaranteed. Obviously, Zidane was one of the most recent movements today.
Just waiting, wasn't he?
He was just waiting and waiting, and he did get confirmation a little bit earlier today after, obviously, our first quarterfinals when Painter dropped out. It changed things around in those rankings. It's just one more spot left. One more spot left up for grabs. Who will get it? We shall see, of course, over the duration of the next few matchups.
Yeah, and really, there's not been that much movement with the top 16 before the tournament started to now. Ajax Joey come out, and he's unfortunately slipped out after his poor performances here in Hamburg. A couple of players moving in about the top 16, but 15 locked in right now. Rafsu, TAS sorted their spots yesterday mathematically. Zidane earlier this morning, 1 spot left to find. Will it
مساعد
be
زود الضغط
Fabinho holding on? That's the
ويهجم
question.
أكتر
We are looking at
وقدم
both the
الدفاع.
custom tactics and the lineup of MSDossary here, which he did just put himself in drop back. He's obviously changed his game plans as well. If he needs to move
Still in the
into it.
4-4-2. Something that we
لو
saw
كده
last
محتاج
year
على
from
الأقل يجيب
him.
هدفين.
He likes the 4-4-2 second variation. He also likes the 4-3-3 second variation. That's what he used a lot last year. I've not seen it that much this year, but he had a 4-1-2-1-2 in the attacking aspect as well. So he has got multiple different game plans, multiple different sort of assets that he can utilise.
Van Dijk very lucky there, just flicked the ball up. Kept control of it though. One of the players, as you said, sometimes feels a little bit clunky to move around. Do not want to be trying those kind of skills or that type of ball control with him. Pause cued by NRaseck again.
Clunky in terms of compared to like Sergio Ramos, for example. Ramos so good on the ball, plays out from the back so well. When you're using someone like Van Dijk, maybe because of his height, bigger frame, maybe just feels a little bit more just slow, a bit more sludgy on the ball.
Ronaldo scoop turn away from his man. He saw the idea. Mbappe was there at the back post. Well, it will try and win. The header on the edge of the box. No luck for him. And it will be a break of play again. And NRaseck still waiting for that pause. Cued it just after he scored.
Just saw the offside trap as well there and decided not to play. You see Dossary here in this 4-3-3, fourth variation. It's the most attacking of the 4-3-3s that you can use. He's using a cam with the 2 centre mids. 99 Pele being introduced to the pitch. Hullet, Modric as your 2 centre mids. Pele going forward there. Is that going to be enough to get him back into the game? He needs something because Razek, another pause cue by Dossary, is clearly.
It's one thing that he does. It's one thing that MSDossary would always do, and it's been touched upon a number of times throughout the year. He'll be looking probably what NRaseck's changed. He's not happy that he hasn't seen the full movements or changes that NRaseck has changed. And he will match him up, constantly adapting to his opponent. And also the fact he's only got 30 minutes left. He's 2 goals behind.
Yeah, I was going to say, Razek's been pretty comfortable. In all honesty, Dossary's not created that much.
At the moment, NRaseck will be going through to play F2 Tex in the semi-final. That's very risky indeed.
You see the press with that 4-3-3 fourth variation. Right winger, left winger, all coming up.
Great ball. Cuts it back to Ronaldo. Pass slightly too heavy for Neymar. Chipped up to Havertz. Vieira will pick it up. Pull it. Just rushed the pass. Forced it. Pele will turn possession round. Long ball. Not the best opportunity to move forward for MSDossary. Rushed that one as well. Naturally going to feel you've got to move things a little quicker with not much time left. And there we go. Back to Dossary's with his changes now. Back in the 4-4-2.
Yeah, back to the original 4-4-2. He was playing the 4-4-2 second variation. See the custom tactics that he is using as well. Width going up, players in box going up as well. For him, Modric coming into centre mid. Intrigued.
He has got one more change left if he wanted to make it. He's got Ronaldo. He's not even using... Oh, nice.
CR7 up top, 99. I'm intrigued. Do you put Mbappe up top, play Ronaldo left mid, look for that back post cross? Potentially, you've got 4 5-star skillers on the pitch right now in Pele, Mbappe, Neymar, and Ronaldo. So you have got that in your locker if you want to almost resort to it.
It was one thing that NRaseck was doing yesterday against Dolomic. He was playing in a 4-4-2 as well for periods of that match. So you know we're talking about MSDossary here. It was Cristiano Ronaldo out on the left-hand side, and time again he just came inside, cut inside with that accelerated fake shot and caused so many problems for Dolomic. There's the scoop cross, into the box it will go. David Hayes back on his feet, Ronaldo on the volley. And I'll tell you what, Vieira...
Has he just shouldered that?
May have just played part in one of the best bits of attacking movement I've seen regarding the assist.
So he scoop crosses it in, he comes out, punches it out. Patrick Vieira,
We need to see that.
the baller, has just gone, you know what, this is a little bit of shoulder action.
Here we go, we'll see it again. Bang, there you go, there's a shoulder. Onto the right boot of Ronaldo. You can do everything, Patrick Vieira. FIFA 17, FIFA 18, FIFA 19, he continues to keep on surprising me.
Goal for the hosts.
And there's 3 goals up now for NRaseck.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The most comfortable he's looked across these 2 legs in the way he's playing, and the scoreline as well, showing that. Could it be another one? Ronaldo.
Good keeper movement, really good keeper movement from Dossary there. Very quick to move him to the left and then all the way back, scoot him to the right.
There was 2 chances there, wasn't it? He could have easily taken the shot straight away, and NRaseck, then he dropped the shoulder, cut back inside, and MSDossary guessed the right way. Once again, everyone's using their shoulders today or their chest.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Once again, MSDossary getting frustrated. Free kick given away, 34 yards out. Just under 15 minutes left. Is it too big of an ask for MSDossary?
Danny Da Costa there, way out of position, just being brought on to see out this game for him at left back. How's the German?
Could be on the verge of seeing NRaseck against F2 Tex, which, if you cast your mind back, Tex has had a good little bit of experience against the road guys this year. He's played against every single one of them.
Has been beat by every single one of them as well, but he has also beaten all 3 rogue players. This will be an exact rematch, same place in the tournament, just a different location. Console semi-final. We're on the Xbox playoff, so we've only got 1 console. You had Tex on the couch talking about it earlier. He got beat handsomely against NRaseck in Bucharest in January. And times have changed since then.
He's a player that if he's feeding his FIFA, he's one player you really don't want to play against. Remember that tournament for NRaseck. He was outscoring everyone. Until he faced the mic, which in the end, we know what happened back at that FUT Champions Cup in January. He was the first ever German player to win a FUT Champions Cup, the youngest ever player too. In Mike currently sits 10th in the rankings. He's going to be going to that E-World Cup final. As we said, NRaseck could move up the rankings. He will move up the rankings. He'll go into 5th, and he'll swap places with Goal Machine. He has picked up 180 points from this match.
Really, really classy performance here from NRaseck. Defensively, looked very good. I think Dossary's been a little bit off the boil, you'd say. But Razek has done what he needed to do. He's been solid.
Yeah, he really has. Added time of 2 minutes, and MSDossary just haven't seen enough from him. And the factor as well that NRaseck has been superb. He may have lost 1 game in the tournament in Swiss, but that's not fazed him at all. He will be $10,000 richer. He is in the semi-final against F2 Tex, which looks to be an incredible game as well. MSDossary, though, he'll be looking forward to the E-World Cup now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of time to be able to go home, relax, and get ready and spar for the grand finals. But we've got our semi-finals here at the playoffs ready and ready to go. Vinny versus Stokes on one side of the bracket. On the other side of the bracket, Tex